So we've had protesters out in Bedford today trying to get people, gently persuade them to stop spending money in these Black Friday sales. But their cause is about trying to save the planet.
I think that a better way to approach it might be to open a debate about the impact that technology has, because technology is what drives Black Friday, really, in terms of the marketing, and also Cyber Monday that follows it. The tech today, which has so many benefits, also allows marketers to pitch to our individual taste as never before, in some cases exacerbating our anxieties in the process. So we have the development now of what's called in some quarters shopper anxiety, and part of that is the famous FOMO, the fear of missing out. Another part is confusion about who it is I'm expected to buy for in an age where families and friendships are changing shape all the time. So it's not the technology, it's the way we use it, and I think that's an important debate that isn't being had.
Look, the reality is most of us, not all, of course, clearly, but most of us have what we need. If we buy a pair of shoes, for example, it's not because we need a pair of shoes, we just want another pair. And that's fine. That's consumerism. But who are these climate change protesters to try and dissuade people from spending money? Unless there's a better way of keeping the global economy going.
Yes, well, I think there are some protesters, aren't there, Roberto, that are by nature protesters. That's what they do. And so some, and I don't know how many that would be, are content to protest whatever. If your whole life revolves around one cause, one reductionist way of thinking, which is that the environment is in terrible danger, we're all going to die in 10 years, then of course you're going to paint everything in that light. I think there's a broader range of debates to be had around Black Friday, which might, in the end, dissuade people from buying more than protests do.
Well, I don't tend to buy anything on Black Friday or Cyber Monday or whatever they want to call it. I'm not, because the reality is you're not actually going to get a bargain. You can get the same sort of bargain at any time of the year anyway.
Yeah, there's some evidence, isn't there? It was shown in the newspapers a few years ago. A number of studies showed that what happens in Britain is that retailers will boost their prices for a few weeks leading into this weekend and then drop them in time for Black Friday back to pretty much the level they were at anyway. And then they go up again and down again for the January sale. So, there's a bit of manipulation going on. I'm a bit concerned too, though, about what I call debt anxiety, which, because we're moving more towards a cashless consumer society, I think levels of personal debt are increasing and will increase. When you think about it, money's messy, cash is messy, but it has weight. You can feel it leaving your pocket. Cards don't change weight. Digital money has no substance at all. So we're going to need to start looking at the challenge of what I call digital debt in all of this as well.
Well, the figures announced this week suggest you may be onto something, because debt has increased, and most people normally borrow money after Christmas to cope with the splurge they've had. What's happening in Britain today is that people are borrowing money just to tide them through to Christmas. So we are just storing up greater problems going forward. Mal, nice talking to you. Mal Fletcher, who's a social futurist. Thank you, sir.